On OSRC News at 7, Governor Ayedatiwa restates commitment to revitalizing waste-to-wealth industry. Ondo Police Command witnesses change in leadership as Adebowale Lawal replaces Afolabi. Dalori takes over as All Progressives Congress acting chairman, fixed 6 July 24 for NEC meeting. And from the foreign scene, 3 days of protest leave 7 people dead in Togo. Hello, welcome to the news at 7. I'm Adebimpe Akindele. The Ondo State government has reaffirmed commitment to reviving the waste-to-wealth industry as part of broader efforts to promote environmental sustainability and improve sanitation across the state. Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa gave the assurance during the World Environmental Sanitation Day Leadership Conference held in Akure, the state capital. Government House correspondent Zimo Ibeni further report as presented from our studio.
As global conversations around climate change, urban sanitation, and sustainable development continue to gain momentum, stakeholders in Ondo State gathered in Akure to chart a clear path towards environmental transformation. The occasion was the World Environmental Sanitation Day Leadership Conference and Special Fellowship Investiture organized by the Chartered Institute of Management and Leadership, USA, which also conferred an award of excellence on Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa. The theme of the event, creating sustainability and wealth in a changing dynamic world, underscored the urgency to adopt innovative solutions that convert environmental waste into economic assets, particularly in a developing context like Nigeria. Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, represented by his deputy, Dr. Olaide Adelami, emphasized the state's vision to restore the waste-to-wealth industry as a cornerstone for environmental renewal and youth empowerment. He described environmental sustainability not just as a government responsibility, but as a collective task that demands an active participation of professionals, communities, and private investors.
Our commitment to creating a paradigm shift in environmental management and sustainability has yielded significant dividends, positioning our state as a beacon of excellence in environmental sustainability and development.
For the tireless dedication and positive impact of our team, this will further motivate us to recommit to continued pursuit of excellence in governance and environmental stewardship.
The Minister of Environment, Dr. Yakubu Mohammed, represented by Dr. Rotimi Adeyemi, praised the state for rekindling a vision that once earned it a national reputation as Nigeria's cleanest state.
The Minister appealed humbly to the state government to increase the workforce in environmental sanitation. The Minister said that the federal government have observed the happening of those states with attention, and that Ondo State was leading other states as additional 3 in integrated waste management in Nigeria. I will happily enjoin the state to look back into that system and see how we can create waste from waste.
Chairman of the Institute Nigeria chapter, Dr. Stephen Alungen, highlighted the economic potential embedded in waste management, commending the governor's leadership for embracing environmental innovation.
Environmental Sanitation Day has an historic antecedent. Since 1983-84, during the two-day Akure, Ondo State remained one of the few states in Nigeria, up to this moment, who has been able to sustain, not only maintaining the tempo, but increasing a lot of dynamics and environmental high-tech capability in issue of environmental maintenance and waste management. So this is a kudos to the government.
Chairman of the Ondo State Waste Management Authority, Mrs. Nika Alabi, assured that the authority is aligning with government policies to boost cleanliness, reduce unemployment, and improve public health outcomes through sustainability practices.
The government cannot do it all
One of the high points of the conference was the former investiture of Governor Aiyedatiwa as a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Management and Leadership, USA, a gesture that recognizes his visionary role in environmental and economic governance.
Award of Fellow. These are the members.
Beyond ceremonial accolades, the event signaled a shift, a call to action for government, industry players, and communities to seize the untapped value within environmental waste and reposition Ondo State as a benchmark for sustainable development in Nigeria.
The media must remain a proactive partner in democratic governance by educating the public, interrogating leaders, and facilitating open discourse for societal development. This was the focal point at the latest edition of Circuit, a flagship program of Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ Osrc Orange FM Chapel, held in Akure. Osrc's Adewumi Taiwo reports that the Chief Press Secretary, Ebenezer Adeniyo, was the special guest.
Technical advisor.
As Nigeria's democratic journey evolves, the need for media practitioners to move beyond passive reportage and take an active role in nation building has become increasingly vital. Circuit, an initiative of the NUJ Osrc Orange FM Chapel, serves as a bridge between the media and key governance stakeholders. The latest edition featured the Chief Press Secretary to Ondo State Governor Ebenezer Adeniyo as the special guest. His presentation, titled Media and Governance, emphasized the indispensable role of journalism in shaping public opinion, advancing civic responsibility, and holding leadership accountable. Prince Adeniyo underscored the need for journalists to remain professional, courageous, and open to critique while championing societal development.
All media organizations are relevant, and OSRC is, for me, is probably the most important media organization in Ondo State. So we will continue to educate those in government to pay more attention to ensure that they give OSRC the necessary recognition that it deserves.
Chairman of the NUJ Osrc Orange FM Chapel, Odunayo Sawyer, reaffirmed that Circuit was created to deepen journalistic understanding of governance processes and societal impact.
In this democratic journey, the media has been instrumental in promoting good governance, exposing corruption, and amplifying citizens. Will explore the importance of building trust between media and government.
Director General of Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation, OSRC, Kenneth Odushola Stevenson, commended the NUJ leadership for consistently providing such an impactful platform for professional discourse.
This is a very important, gathering, because I was quite delighted the first time I attended. I think we had the Commissioner nominee for Women Affairs, Special Advisor Women Affairs, and it was quite engaging, and also be able to take notes so that we'll be able to properly engage our special guest, because that is the voice of Mr. Governor, and whatever questions or answers we provide from here will actually reflect on the position of government. I know he will use he will go about to talk about his private sector experience also, to actually reflect on the both sides of the divide. I want to welcome you and also thank the chairperson for putting this together, and I'm sure we're going to have a very engaging and very delightful conversation.
An interactive session followed, allowing participants to engage directly with the CPS on issues spanning media ethics, access to information, and civic responsibility. Participants praised the session for its depth and relevance, expressing anticipation for future editions of Circuit, which continue to promote democratic dialogue and stakeholder accountability. Adewumi Taiwo, OSRC News.
The state chairman of All Progressive Licensed Electrical and Electrician Contractors Association of Nigeria, Mr. Olu Bright has commended the Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation for a remarkable transformation in its infrastructure and operations. Take more from that story after the break. Please stay with us.
Hooray! Niger Delta, it's time to give thanks because the NDDC is 25 and we invite you to join us for a Thanksgiving service to commemorate this celebration. The past 25 years has been a period of great development and milestone achievements for the Commission in all 9 states of our oil-rich region, such as over 5,200 kilometers of roads constructed, over 57,000 solar street lights installed across the region, the 132/33 kV electricity substation in Okitikupa, and many more. For all of these, we have deemed it fit to say thank you to the Lord. Date: Sunday, the 6th of July 2025. Venue: St. Thomas Anglican Church, Akure, with the reception to follow immediately at the Dome International Event Center, Akure, Ondo State. The NDDC, 25 years of making a difference.
Thank you for rejoining us, and back to the news. The state chairman of All Progressive Licensed Electrical and Electrician Contractors Association of Nigeria, Mr. Olu Bright, has commended the Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation for a remarkable transformation in its infrastructure and operations. Mr. Bright, who led members of the association on a courtesy visit to Osrc headquarters in Akure, applauded the management's commitment to excellence and pledged the association's support for the organization's ongoing development. A correspondent, Abidemi Akiroturi, reports.
In a show of solidarity and professional goodwill, members of All Progressive Licensed Electrical and Electrician Contractors Association of Nigeria, APICAN, Ondo State Chapter, visited the headquarters of the Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation, OSRC, in Akure. The visit, led by the state chairman, Mr. Olu Bright, was not just to identify with the corporation's management, but to commend what they described as the ongoing transformation of the station under the leadership of the Director General, Mr. Kenneth Odushola Stevenson. Impressed by the level of infrastructure development and renewed corporate direction, Bright pledged applicants' continuous support to the media house.
He's performed very well and I love him. Then, the reason why I come is that there's one certain place that marketing department at Yokeda. There's been bought over, I can say over 2 tickets. They don't touch him at all, they just leave that place like that. And this one just came, just in the circle of an eye, and said, I want to build this house. Very, very well. And I listened, okay, what would I do with this man to support him, to give the helping hand? So I said, okay, my association will wire that place free of charge. And I thank God that the work has started already. We have laid the pipe, remain the electric, the wiring and the fittings. And we will not do that one now until when the security is there, before we can do the work, the wiring.
The Director General of OSRC, Mr. Kenneth Odushola Stevenson, expressed heartfelt appreciation to the leadership and members of APICAN for their thoughtful gesture, noting that the association's willingness to give back to the society reflects a shared vision of development.
Contribution is really, really appreciated. And for us, we'll be eternally grateful that you have been able to save us some little money that will have paid to the electrical engineers. And we will all be alive to open that place in a couple of months, and then we will all be there to pray that at least we can give OSRC a befitting it may not be, a mansion, but a befitting marketing department.
The Director General assured that OSRC would remain focused on raising the bar of public broadcasting and driving positive change within and beyond the state's media space. Abidemi Akinrotoye, OSRC News.
The All Progressives Congress in Ondo State has strongly rejected allegations made by the Social Democratic Party regarding the diversion of local government funds. In a statement, Ondo APC Director of Media and Publicity, Steve Otaloro, said these claims are baseless and intended to mislead the public. APC said local government funds are released according to allocations from the Federation accounts without interference from the state government. Under Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who has maintained a commitment to democratic governance at the local level. The ruling party stressed that it's apparent that SDP's concerns are driven by internal issues and a desire for sensational headlines, as the local government chairman are best positioned to report on developments in their jurisdictions. APC stressed that it remains committed to transparent and accountable governance, prioritizing the people's needs, urging SDP to focus on their internal challenges rather than spreading falsehoods that could destabilize the state. Following Abdullahi Ganduje's resignation as national chairman of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Ali Dalori has formally assumed office as acting national chairman of the party. Dalori, while addressing the party's National Working Committee, said he took the responsibility with humility, responsibility, and loyalty. He said his appointment followed Ganduje's resignation and the directive of President Bola Tinubu. Dalori urged the party to strengthen its internal processes and reconnect with the grassroots ahead of 2027 election. He announced that the party will have its national executive meeting on July 24 in Abuja. Change of baiting in Ondo Police Command plus other stories. That's after the break. Do join us again. Thank you for joining us again. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at OSRC TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. Now, still talking police matters. Now the Ondo State Police Command has witnessed a leadership change as the erstwhile Commissioner of Police, Wilfred Afolabi, officially handed over the mantle of leadership to Adebowale Lawal, the new Commissioner of Police in the state. Lawal succeeds Afolabi following his recent redeployment by the Inspector General of Police, Kaudi Egbetoku. Speaking during the handover ceremony at the command's headquarters in Akure, Afolabi reeled off his achievements from when he took over the reins of police leadership in January to June, when he bowed out as the 45th Commissioner of Police. Joy Pius now reports.
On behalf of the Inspector General of Police, Diole Egbetoku, PhD, I hand over the backings of the office to you.
In a celebratory handover ceremony at the Ondo State Police Command headquarters in Akure, the baton of leadership officially changed hands as CP Wilfred Afolabi bowed out as the 45th Commissioner of Police, paving the way for the assumption of office by CP Adebowale Lawal as the 46th Commissioner of Police. The outgoing Police Commissioner Wilfred Afolabi expressed appreciation to the Inspector General of Police for the logistical and moral support provided during his tenure, commending officers for their dedication and urging them to extend the same support to the new CP.
I equally want to thank the Inspector General of Police. He gave me the opportunity to be the 45th Commissioner of Police of Ondo State. And at the peak of the security challenge we had in the state, I know how I got in touch with him, and he made logistics and technical support available to us.
Afolabi dismissed speculations surrounding his redeployment, stressing that such postings are routines within the Nigeria Police Force. He commended the synergy between other sister agencies and praised the various media outfits and communities for collaborations which resulted to tremendous success.
70% of the information that assisted us in having most of the major breakthroughs we had came from members of the public, which means that there is enhancement in the mutual trust, which culminated in information sharing. So we cannot end this meeting without me taking time to thank the good people of Ondo State for the cooperation they give to the Nigeria Police Force, along with other sister security agencies.
In his response, the new commissioner, Adebowale Lawal, thanked his predecessor and promised to build on the successes lead by collaborating other security outlets and residents of the state.
I've taken the responsibility. It's a challenge. I want to assure everybody that we live up to expectation. The areas where we need to address, where we need to re-strategize, has brushed me, and we're going to work on those areas.
The transition signals a continuity of purpose and commitment to public safety in Ondo, as well as a testament to the discipline and continuity entrenched in the Nigeria Police Force. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
Candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, Peter Obi, has assured his supporters at home and abroad that he will be contesting the 2027 election and is willing to do a single 4-year term as president. He also dismissed speculations that he had discussed or had agreed to a joint ticket with former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Obi, however, acknowledged being involved in coalition talks because of his desire to rescue Nigeria from the drift by aligning with all patriotic Nigerians. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has issued a stern warning to terrorists and other criminal elements threatening Nigeria's security, declaring that their defeat is inevitable and their threats hold no weight. His warning came as troops of Operation Fasanyema neutralized a notorious terror kingpin identified as Mai Dada during a counter-attack in the Maru local government area of Zamfara State. The operation, conducted between June 25 and 26, was part of a series of coordinated military offensives across the country that also saw the recovery of arms and the rescue of kidnapped victims in multiple regions. Reiterating the Army's resolve, Oluyede said the force would never relent in safeguarding Nigeria's sovereignty, defending its territorial integrity, and upholding the rights of all citizens. The Museum of Fine Arts in Boston has returned 2 historic works of art looted from Benin Kingdom in 1897 to the Oba of Benin, Omonoba Ewere II. The handover was made to representatives of the Nigerian royal family and diplomatic corps at a ceremony in the Nigeria House in New York City. The works were presented to His Royal Highness Prince Agatise Erediwa and Ambassador Samson Itebode of the Embassy of Nigeria. The Nigerian envoy said the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, working with the Embassy of Nigeria in Washington, D.C., will take possession of the two works and coordinate their handling, care, transit to Nigeria, and delivery. He explained that despite the act of restitution, museums all over still hold other Benin works whose provenance is under review. And now in health, the World Health Organization says no fewer than 871,000 people die worldwide annually from loneliness. According to WHO, 1 in 6 people worldwide is affected by loneliness, which along with social isolation can lead to physical illness. It said loneliness increases the risk of strokes, heart attacks, diabetes, depression, anxiety, and suicide. The body said lonely teenagers are 22% more likely to achieve lower grades than their peers, while lonely adults face greater challenges in finding or keeping a job. The Commission emphasized the importance of creating spaces in life where people can interact face-to-face without technological distractions. And now in foreign land, civic rights groups say at least 7 people have been killed during a crackdown on protesters who are calling for Togo's leader, Faure Gnassingbé, to step down and release political prisoners. 7 bodies were recovered from rivers in the capital city, Lomé, according to a coalition group which accuses security forces and militias of committing abuses. The Togolese government has denied the deaths were linked to last week's demonstration. It's now threatening legal action against protest organizers, calling the protests a campaign of disinformation and hatred that was orchestrated from abroad. That's our package tonight. Before we go, we take another look at the major stories. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has reaffirmed its commitment to reviving the waste-to-wealth industry as part of broader efforts to promote environmental sustainability in the state. And we also told you that Ondo State Police Command has witnessed a leadership change as the erstwhile Commissioner of Police, following the redeployment of Mr. Wilfred Afolabi. Also, you heard that Alhaji Ali Dalori has formally stepped in office as acting national chairman of the All Progressives Congress. Finally, from the foreign scene, 7 people have been confirmed dead in the 3 days protest in the West African country of Togo. Thank you for being there. Good night.